Hey there, Alex Kidman, and today I'm taking a look at. Oh, well, actually, before we start, I'd better make myself look cool. There, that's better. And of course, before we start, I've got to do that thing that every YouTuber does where I say, look, please hit that subscribe button. Do it now. Look, I can wait. We've got all day. Okay, we don't have all day. I'll get on with reviewing the glasses. So these are the Ray-Ban Stories, a Facebook-produced set of smart sunglasses. And if you're wondering, what the heck are smart sunglasses? Well, in this case, they're basically a set of Ray-Ban's Wayfarers, that kind of classic design. Slightly heavier, and when I say slightly heavier, Facebook says they're about 5 grams heavier than a regular set of Wayfarers, which actually isn't bad when you consider the tech they're throwing in here. So they're kind of like a hybrid between, say, the Snapchat spectacles and the Bose frames. I'm going to say Bose frames here, for example. These are the Tempo ones, in that they're both audio related. So the arms of the sunglasses have little downwards firing speakers, fire audio into your ears so you can listen to music, you can listen to podcasts, that kind of thing, over Bluetooth, as well as cameras, which you can probably just make out at the front here. And here, a pair of 5 megapixel cameras for shooting stills and video. They save directly to the glasses. Facebook says they can take about 300, I think it is, photos and a whole bunch of 30-second videos. 30 seconds is not a lot of video, of course. Although, for the fun trivia freaks, the legendarily bad Manos, The Hands of Fate was shot on a camera that could only take just over 30 seconds of video. So you could theoretically reproduce that masterpiece with these if you liked. Facebook's only just announced the Ray-Ban Stories, and they sent these to me just a couple of days ago, so I've really only just started playing with them. I really only just started testing them. These are just my early impressions. And look, so far, they're fairly impressive. I think the Ray-Ban's tie-up is really key because so many kind of smart glasses and smart wearables try to look really, really techy without necessarily looking any good. Obviously, if you don't like Ray-Ban style, you're not going to like these. That's pretty much to be assumed. One of the other features I also do rather like is that you can get these in varying styles, varying shades of shades, and you can also get them as prescription models. Here in Australia, that will be through OPSM. And as a glasses wearer, I'm someone who would need these as a prescription pair. The ones I'm testing out are not prescription. I'd have to use them with contacts or something like that. What about the photo and video quality? Well, let's take a look at a quick sample. So what's the actual recording quality like? Well, this is me recording as I'm going. I can kind of see what I can see, but I can't see what it's recording. If my voice is a little muffled, that's basically because I'm also wearing a mask. Hey, pandemic, it's fun. And here we have a duck friend. Hi, duck. Hopefully that is actually coming through on this video. You'll be able to tell me. And here's what it shoots with camera. Now, there is a slightly weird thing that happens here because, as I mentioned in that video, you can see what you can see, but you can't really see what this is going to capture. You've got to remember that it's capturing predominantly squares, and that's very, Instagram friendly. And obviously that's sort of the point, but you're not necessarily in control of the framing. You might end up with something in your frame that you can't exactly pick is going to be there because it might not be where your eyes are looking. It might be where the cameras are pointing. Facebook's also using a new app to actually offload the images, and that feels a little odd to me. I mean, they've already got Instagram, they've already got Facebook, they want your photos and they want your videos right there. This is an intermediary step, a thing called Facebook View, and it creates a Wi-Fi connection, like a dedicated little Wi-Fi hotspot between the glasses and your phone. Now, the advantage there is that Wi-Fi is really quick. The disadvantage, of course, is that your phone then drops off if you're on Wi-Fi, whatever it was sitting on, in order to do this, which is, it's kind of clunky. I mean, it does work, but it's kind of clunky. I do appreciate the fact, though, that you're not stuck in the Facebook universe. Once you've offloaded your pics, you can do what you like with them. You can share them to wherever you might choose to need them. What about the audio? Well, look, I've recently been testing out, in fact, the Bose frame, so there's a really interesting contrast between the two. I have not yet tested these enough to come to a firm conclusion, but these have exactly the same drawback that any open-ear kind of speakers in glasses approach is going to have, which is to say they leak audio. People around you are going to be aware that you're listening to something, and at high volumes, they're probably going to be able to listen along as well. Now, some people may love that. Some people might think, yeah, that's a real jerk thing to do on a bus or a train or whatever. I'd agree with those people. Don't have these up super loud when you're on the train, please. That being said, it's an unavoidable problem, and they are much more comfortable than having true wireless buds in for like lengthy exercise and stuff like that. And of course, you're protecting your eyes from the sun while you do that. Now, I do need to put these through a lot more testing. I really want to see how well they'll handle things like low light, because everyone should wear their sunglasses at night, right? But also just how well the battery stands up. And that will need longer testing. I'll need to have them for a bit longer. So I'm off to do that. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for my full review.